For sure. And there's the one thing you got about all these teams is there's a heck of a chance you're running into them again. So need to stay on there. But right now, that's a good win. That's not a masterclass in how to play with a 17-point lead. But credit to Northern. I mean, they made some plays. They kept fighting and had a chance to win the game. We're very fortunate to get out of here with a win.
What does it mean for this group to be able to figure out how to win games like the one last Saturday, like the one tonight, where each of these games has its own different experience, but yet you're finding ways to win?
Well, hopefully we're learning the things not to do in terms of how to close out a game properly. But I do think our guys are confident that no matter the scenario at this point, we're going to give ourselves a chance, and they keep playing. And I mean, Mark missed 2 free throws, he misses a layup, and then feels like everything's going wrong, and then he bangs a 3. And I mean, the level of confidence to do that is pretty incredible as well. But we do need to be sharper down the stretch. I mean, holding them to 64 is pretty good, but you can't give up that many in a row towards the end. And I mean, I want to see the film. It felt like we were still getting good shots, and we just couldn't get anything to go down the stretch.
Marcus hits a key jumper off the glass too, with about 38 seconds left. And in the end, it's not a game-winning play, but it's one of those that's so important in those last few moments.
And that's the awesomeness of having Marcus. He comes over to the sideline there, and he's like, let's get a 2-for-1 and just let me go. I can get to the rim and make something happen. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty easy play call at that point, and you know what? It's pretty awesome to have a guy that can do that.
We've been talking about kids like Nate, Matt, Josh, and their ability to hit tiny shots for you. Josh, I don't think got any tonight, but both Matt and Nate again come up with key threes and key moments.
100%. I mean, Hobbs is playing like a senior. Matt, the play of the game for Matt in the first half was that rebound off the offensive that got us, turned it into a 4-point possession. But no, in the first half, I thought our second group was unbelievable. They came in there and really kind of controlled the game there for a second, got us a lead. The second half, I don't know that they were quite as sharp, but I mean, we have 10 guys that are contributing right now, and there's other guys helping in practice. But I mean, we're pretty comfortable playing 10 deep, which is more than we've ever probably played at Michigan Tech. But it's a nice luxury to have.
You get Ty back tonight. He gives you almost 11 minutes and 5 points. But simply put, it's just getting him back on the floor is a big
100%. We got to get the rust out of him and hopefully keep him working, because Ty's really good. And it's a little bit of a challenge coaching right now, trying to figure out the rotation again, who's going to sub and where we're going to go with some of those minutes and whatnot. And hopefully we can continue to win a couple of games while we figure that out. But the great thing about that is I do think we have room for improvement yet. Now that we're kind of got our full team back, it gives us a chance to hopefully take it to another level.
What does Cool do that's so hard to deal with?
He can put his head above the backboard square is part of it. I mean, he can just work on getting himself to anywhere within 15 feet of the basket and just turn and just jump over the top of you. I mean, that stuff's hard to deal with. Just getting a good contest without falling is really hard, and I think Josh and Gabe did a really nice job. Both. Josh is kind of doing it with some physicality and beating him to spots, which is huge, and Gabe obviously is long and more athletic and gives him a different look, and it's really nice having two just terrific defenders like that are both very effective but both very different. And that can be hard on an offensive player too, when you're getting used to one guy, then you put the other guy in there and it's completely different but still effective. So having that kind of versatility defensively is pretty cool.
12-0 at home. You've beaten Northern twice, Ferris twice, Grand Valley twice. this group is doing something really special here, isn't it?
Yeah, but we got a long way to go, and I'm not taking any away from Davenport, because Davenport's been there with anybody, but we're their only win right now. And we got to make sure that we've said it, I think, all the way back when we did the preseason stuff. I think we're good enough to beat anybody, and I think we're showing that, but we're also a team that can lose to anybody, and that's the scary thing going on the road. I know we're going to shoot well at home. On the road, I hope we're going to shoot well. But we got to be sharp defensively on these last 3 on the road.
You got a quick turnaround, you got to hit the road in order to go play in Chicago. How do you reset for that quickly?
I told them they can celebrate it, and it sucks saying that when it's Northern. Usually you at least tell them they can have the night. The second they walk out of the building tonight, it's on the Roosevelt. It's a new experience for us. We've never played there. I don't think we've ever done a rivalry game and got on the bus for 8 hours to play a game the next afternoon either. So this is all very new and a challenge, and it's going to be a huge mental piece for us to try to be successful on this trip.
Well, and that kind of goes back then to, having multiple guys that you can rotate in. You say you feel like you've got 10 guys you can rotate in. Games like this, that might be huge for you.
100%. I mean, Roosevelt doesn't go deep. They play small, and they play a unique style. I mean, they're going to try to space us out and play some one-on-one, and that's something we've struggled with in the past. And we're going to need to be locked in. We're going to really need to execute because we're going to have to manufacture points. Hopefully we go down there and shoot the lights out. That would be the best case scenario. And then when we're shooting, I don't really worry about our offense, but if the shots aren't falling, we got to manufacture some offense. But we got to be locked in defensively. I mean, they're a challenge to guard, especially in that gym. And I've never been to that gym, but I've seen it on film quite a bit, and they're a challenge to guard there.